Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try it for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have a comparison slash versus slash review for you, and this is the House of Ted Lapidus. So the House of Ted Lapidus and Jack Bogart are sister companies. They're really the same company overall, and they put out amazing fragrances, especially for the price. So they are very reasonable, they are very affordable, their pricing is appropriate to the masses, and that makes them very attractive proposition. For the longest time I've been a very big fan of this house, because not only because obviously it's more affordable and reasonably priced perfumes, but they are on the artistic side, they are on the classical side of things, they are on the mature side of things. They don't put perfumes out there to, for easygoing. They don't put perfumes out there for the masses. They put perfume out there for people who know what they're getting, and that makes them very edgy. That makes them very edgy. It makes them different. It makes them very quiet, acquired taste. So these are acquired taste. Okay, these are not for everybody first and foremost. But for me, for my age, for my experience, for my, as you can tell behind me, I have been collecting perfumes since I was a teenager, and I owned more than 1,000 fragrances throughout my this years of collecting perfumes. And this brand, this house, plus the Jack Bogart, they stand out in a massive way. They stand out because, first of all, when you smell them, you're getting something that is nobody else dares to make anymore. So the perfume genres they go to make are literally the yesteryears. They are from the 60s and 70s and 80s. So this makes them a little bit different from everybody else, because everybody else is chasing the market, how the trend is, how much they can make even more. But these people, they don't do that. They obviously, they are business at the end of the day and they want to sell, but they don't compromise. They don't go for easy ride. They don't go for mass appealing fragrances, and that makes them very interesting and very unique. So for that, I give them the prop, and that's why I speak about their perfumes as much as I can. Majority of the perfume reviews out there, they don't even mention them. It's beyond me why. I don't understand it. Is it because they don't get the traction, they don't get the views, they don't get the likes and the subscribes from them? I don't know. It's something going on there. I don't care about these things. Yeah, okay, I care about these things because I like to make videos that gets viewed and likes and subscribe. By the way, if you are interested in this video, please, and you liking it, and you are enjoying it, you're learning something, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they definitely hidden gems. Thank you very much for your support. So yes, it's one of those things, okay? But for me, I said this in my videos before, if majority of people are running this way, I will run this way, because since I was a child, this is how I like to do things. Yeah, I don't like to conform to a particular particular genre, particular ideas, I like underdogs, I like different things, I like to do things that majority of people avoid. So that's why I'm very interested in these perfumes. Not only I'm interested, I actually love them. and that's why I have backup bottles of this. Crazy. My wife was looking at my collection the other day, and she said, "Why do you have so many bottles of these fragrances?" I said, "Because I love them." And she said, "You're not going to use them, maybe in a different lifetime, but this is what it is." Okay, anyway, so these two beautiful perfumes are Ted Lapidus Pour Homme, which is this beauty from 1987. Obviously, this is not the 1987 bottle, but it is maybe about 4 or 5 years old. And Ted Lapidus Pour Homme, and this is Black Extreme. It came out in 2012. This bottle is around 4 or 5 years old as well. And these two beauties, obviously, the Black Extreme is a flanker of the Pour Homme, the original. The Pour Homme, again, this is not for everybody, okay, because it has got a massive personality. It's very, very bold, it's very into your face, and is unapologetically strong. So one of the things you learn from the Ted Lapidus and Jack Bogart is they are very strong in terms of performance. So these are no exception, although this one is a reformulated one and is not as strong as it used to be. It used to be like 24 hours on your skin. Now it's about 10 hours on the skin, which is still very, very good, especially for eau de toilette, but is not as strong as it used to be. So 10 hours is still very, very respectable and is amazing, okay? And for that, they are one of the differentiators from the other perfume companies, that they don't skimp on the strength and the concentration of the perfumes, the fragrances they put out. It says on it, eau de toilette, but they smell like extra de parfum. They are so strong and dense and long lasting. So this beautiful came out in 1987, and the nose for it is, I think it was, let me just have a look. Sorry about that. This tablet always let me down. Come on, tablet, what's he doing? You only have 2 pages open. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, is Martin Grass. Martin Grass. I've never seen anything else from him, but probably this is one of his late work, because I don't think he's still around. He's a RRP, rest in peace. But what a beautiful perfume. This is amalgamation of super classic and super masculinity in one go. So the perfume note breakdown is massive. It's about 14 here, so I cannot go through all of them because otherwise this video will be like 2 hours. So the vast majority what I get in here is spice, herbs, massive herbs, and the herbs in here are, it's like a kitchen herbs, okay? You got coriander, you got basil, you got, you name it, and that is giving it the beautiful green aspect of this beautiful fragrance, okay? So big on the spices, big on the herbs, and also massive honey dose in here. And the honey in here is a little bit on the earthy, tiny bit of animalicness, not much. It's not too animalic, but it's a little bit on the animalic side of things. Also, we have amber, we have tobacco, we have, the tobacco is one of the biggest players here as well, but it's not a typical tobacco. It's not one of those, although it's honeyed and it's a sweet tobacco, but it is different. It's like a herbal tobacco rather than pipe tobacco, for example. There's a patchouli, there's oak moss. Yes, there's a big oak moss in the base in here as well. Sandalwood, tonka bean, and cedar and musk. So as I said, the note breakdown is just endless. But majority of what I get is the herbal, sweet, which is come from mainly the amber, and also the honey in here, and also the tonka bean. The tonka bean is very, very big in the base, and I give it that nuttiness. Yeah, it's overall it's quite nutty as well. It's very, very complex. It's very complex. It's very layered. It's multifaceted. So that's why Many people, when they smell this, they get the shock, because today's perfumes, majority of the today's perfumes they're on the simpler side of perfumery. But this is not. This is on the complexity side of perfumes, and that's why I think majority of people get the shock when it's a huge amount of olfactory presence in here. So if you like this kind of fragrances, you will love this. Let me read you the ingredients quickly. Yeah. So on top we have pineapple, lavender. By the way, it's a huge aromatic in here. Not just only lavender, there is a violet leaf in here as well. Artemisia, juniper berries. Yes, the juniper berry is another aspect which is giving it that greenness as well. Lemon, basil, and bergamot here. In the beginning is a little bit on the citrusy side, but the citruses they don't last that long. This just goes straight to those herbal and spiciness. Honey, incense, little bit of incense you feel in the background, but it's never taken over. But you always feel a little bit of smokiness underline it. Pine, definitely green and leafy in here. Rose, rosewood, jasmine. The rose and jasmine in here giving it that softness in the mid, but they're not big players by any means, because this is very super masculine, and those florals in here just giving it a little bit of softness, but you don't feel them that much. Caraway, yes, anything that's spicy and herbal is massive in here. Tobacco in the base. Now we're getting in the base. Tobacco, patchouli, oak moss, musk, amber, sandalwood, tonka, and cedar. Yes, everything in here, and it's very woody, it's very ambery, it's very little about earthiness in here, and overall it's quite a little more muskiness as well. The tobacco and the tonka bean are the biggest player by far in the base. So you get the picture. Super complex, super layered. It's just mesmerizingly beautiful, or at least for my taste, for my age, for my experience. So that's why I highly recommend this beautiful fragrance. It's unbelievably gorgeous and is super underrated, super unknown, and it's a shame, because this company, when they put perfumes like this in the market, they should get we should vote for them by our money. And the beauty of it is they don't cost you much. This beauty you can find it around £20 in United Kingdom for 100 ml. And believe me, when you buy this, it will last you a lifetime, because you cannot finish it. It's so strong and dense and long lasting. So what's the difference between the 1987 Pour Homme Ted Lapidus and 2012 Black Extreme? To be honest with you, not much. And that's the beauty of it. So basically what you're getting a little bit smoother ride in here, and a little bit of darkness and a little bit more depth, and that's it. But the character of this beauty is still very much alive in here. I would say around 90% of what is in here is still in here, which is a good news, because you don't want to lose the beauty of this beautiful fragrance. But they added a little bit of darkness, which is mainly the leather. So they added a little bit of leatheriness to it to make it a little bit darker, a little bit deeper, a little bit denser, a little bit thicker, which is amazing, because this one is a huge character on its own, and they made it even bigger and bolder and more bigger than life. Okay. In terms of longevity, this one is a little bit better. This one goes up to 10 hours on my skin. This one goes 12 hours easy. So this is a little bit better in terms of performance. But they're both very strong. You don't need to worry about performance on both of these beauties. On materials, they both go on days and weeks. But you need to like what I described. Anyway, so let me go to the Black Extreme and redo the ingredients. The note breakdown is much simpler, but obviously they don't tell you the whole picture here. So on top we have violet leaf, we have black pepper and citruses. Yes, please. In the mid you have orange blossom, woody notes, and saffron, woody notes. In the base you have tonka bean and labdanum. So everything in here is in here, but they added those notes, so they made it a little bit deeper and denser and thicker. And what's not mentioned in here is the leatheriness. I get a little bit of leathery, dark leather in the base, and also a little bit of rubber feel to it now. This one doesn't have that rubber feel, but this one got a little bit of rubber feel, or a little bit of tar feel to it. which adds to the mysteriousness of this fragrance. By the way, look at the presentation. Isn't it amazing? This is presentation you get from an era that they had imagination, not today. Just basically they put bottles and bottles out, and they don't have any distinctive differences, or at least majority of them. So look at this. It's like a beautiful tower, futuristic, very cold, very utilitarian, whatever you want to call it. But to me, these are artwork on their own, and the design of them is very, very clever. So overall, they are both amazing fragrances. Not much between them. This one is just a bit darker, denser, thicker, but not by a big margin. This is what you should get first, because if you like this, then you love this. Don't get this first, because majority of people, they see extreme, black extreme, they go and they get the shock of their life, because this is, although this is a massive, big, bold player itself, but this one is a little bit tamer than this, little bit, not much. Okay. They're both amazing, big, bold, crazy fragrances. Okay, I love them both dearly. I highly recommend these two. I have backup bottles of both, 2-3 of this, 2-3 of this, for a good reason. And you can see behind me, am I crazy? Of course I'm crazy, but I'm crazy for these two as well. I give them 10 out of 10 for both of these, for longevity, for performance, for artistic side of perfumery, for the perfumery, for the ingredients. So everything about them shouts amazing quality, amazing perfumes, but obviously they're not for everybody. The first thing first, you have to be mature. I would say at least 30 years and up to understand and appreciate these two. Second is for people who like they are adventurous. They don't conform to the normality. They want something of unusual, or not normal, something out of boundary of normality. These two are amalgamation of artistic perfumery that doesn't apologize for what they are. They are very, very strong, and in terms of character, in terms of perfumes, in terms of smell profile, they are very, very strong and in your face. Okay, so you need to like this kind of fragrances. They are very big in terms of personality, and they are, relentless. Just keep going and going. So for that, I highly recommend them. Occasion, these are both Swiss Army knife. You can use them anytime, anywhere, any occasion. Okay, they are very, very versatile. In terms of season, they're both better for cooler weather. Definitely you will enjoy them more in cooler weather, but I wear those two in summer and I absolutely love them. But I think in summer they'd be too projecting too much. By the way, don't go more than 2-3 sprays of each. Okay, 2-3 maximum. Don't go more than that, because then you will hate them. This is the thing, one of the reason people hate some fragrances, because they don't know how to handle them, how to apply them. So these two, not more than 2 sprays. When you buy them or when you get them, first thing first to do, just put half a spray on the skin to see how it goes. Okay, then experiment with it, how much you can handle them. They're so strong. I had many compliments from these two fragrances, which is crazy. You think these two fragrances, they never ever get you compliments, but they do. And the main reason, there are 2 main reasons for it. One is they are very strong and they smell it. They are big, massive. They project like 3 arm length for 4-5 hours. So this is one thing, people will smell you. 2, people are mesmerized by the unknown. They think, oh, what is this? I never smelled anything like it, because obviously majority of people smell today's perfumes, the trend, and when they smell this, because it's something different, they get them the attention. Okay, so this is the review or comparison or versus video for these 2 beautiful fragrances. If you have them, if you know them, if you try them, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, and entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons, like, subscribe, share, comment. All these things will help me to carry on with this endeavor, to bring you perfumes like this, fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are definitely hidden gems. If you like to purchase one of my own perfume and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you can do that. I leave them the link in the description. But you need to live in United Kingdom in order to purchase them. They are out of this world, super artistic, ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money, very mysterious, time capsule like. They take you to different time, different places, but you need to live in United Kingdom to order them. I'll leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.